Jojolopa Mary, Mafula.
Mafu, Chita.
Mafu.
Jojolopa, and welcome everyone to the 10th and last episode of the first series of Nepal Bhasa Classes online, a collaborative project between Pasa, Puchah, Guthi UK and the SOAS Newar Language Nepal Bhasa Society. Ojesh, what's today's topic?
Today, we will learn some adjectives. Our motto, as always, will be
Nepal Bhasa, teach it, learn it and speak it.
Okay, let's start then. Here is a picture of a nice house. By looking at it, I can say, Puchah Bala. This house is beautiful. Please repeat.
Puchah Bala. Ojesh, we already know that to means this and che means house. But Bala Dhaigu Chuka, what does Bala mean?
Bala Dhaigu, nice, beautiful or good car. Bala means nice, beautiful or good. Looking at the picture, I could also say, Puchah Nugu car. This house is new. Please repeat.
Puchah Nugu ka. Ojesh, Nu Dhaigu Chuka.
Nu Dhaigu, new car.
Okay, so we have just learned two adjectives, Bala, which means nice, beautiful or good, and Nu, new. But I noticed that in the first case, we only used the adjective Bala, saying Puchah Bala, whereas in the second case, we used the adjective Nu plus Gu plus Ka, saying Puchah Nugu ka. Why are the structures different?
Well, adjectives in Nepal Bhasa are not always used within the same pattern. For now, let's just try to remember the expressions I will use, without worrying too much about the grammar. Each time, I will make clear which word corresponds to the adjectives that I am using by making it in red.
Okay, so what about this picture?
Well, if I look at the second picture, I can say, Puchah Bamla, this house is not nice, and Puchah Pulangu ka, this house is old. Please repeat.
Puchah Bamana, Puchah Pulangu ka. Ojesh, Bamana Dhaigu Chuka.
Bamla Dhaigu, ugly or bad ka. Bamla means ugly or bad.
And Pulan Dhaigu Chuka.
Pula Dhaigu, old or ancient ka. Pula means old or ancient.
Ojesh, so out of curiosity, how do Newar houses look like? Could you please tell us something about traditional Newar architecture?
Sure. Let me show you some pictures. A traditional Newar house would be a 4-story building facing a courtyard on one side and the street on the other side. The ground floor is used for storage or for hosting a shop if it faces the street. Also, the toilet is typically located on ground floor too. On the first floor, there are bedrooms and a reception room. On the second floor, there is a large room which is used for guests when invited for feast. And finally, on the top floor, under the roof, we have the kitchen, although sometimes it can be found on the second floor. On top floor, we usually find a room for worship and a veranda. More in general, we can say that the front part of the house is used for public activities, whereas the back side of the house is used for more private or religious ones.
Okay, and what about the woodwork I can see in the pictures on the right side of the slide?
Well, this is an example of traditional Newar wood carvings. The decorated windows has a special name. It is called Megha Ja, which means peacock window. And in fact, the woodwork portrays a peacock, which is considered as auspicious sign in Newar culture.
Thank you, Ojesh. This is really interesting. And I have to say the wooden work in these buildings looks amazing.
I know, it's quite impressive, right? Okay, let's keep on learning more adjectives now. Look, for example, at these two pictures. For the one on the left, I can say, Puchah Taka. This house is big. Please repeat.
Puchah Taka.
Well done. Now, and then for the picture on the right, I can say, Toche Chika. This house is small. Please repeat.
Toche Chika. So, Ojesh, Taka Daiguchuka and Chika Daiguchuka.
Taka Daigu, big car, and Chika Daigu, small car, but only if referred to buildings. Now let's focus on the height of the houses. If I consider the house on the left, I can say, Toche Tadja. This house is tall. Please repeat.
Toche Taja.
Okay, but if I consider the house on the right, I can say, Toche Chidza. This house is short. Please repeat.
Toche Chija.
That's right.
So, Taja Daiguchuka and also Chija Daiguchuka.
Tadja Daigu, tall car. Chidza Daigu, short car.
So, Ojesh, can I use these two adjectives, Taja, tall, and Chija, short, also in order to describe people?
Not really. They are mostly used for buildings and objects, not for human beings. For example, if I look at this picture and I consider Mark's height, I can say Mark Tarika. Mark is tall. And if I consider John's height, I can say John Chirika. John is short. Please try repeating these two sentences.
Mark Tarika, John Chirika. So, Tarika means tall and Chirika means short.
That's right, Mary, but only if you're talking about humans. Suppose that you want to talk about two pencils. Now, in that case, you have to say, top pencil ta haka, this pencil is long, and for the other one, you can say, top pencil chi haka, this pencil is short.
So, in this case, Tahaka Daigu long ka and Chihaka Daigu short ka.
That's right, Mary. Let's move on to the next slide. Okay, let's look at Nick and Lisa. Nick long ka, Nick is fat. Lisa goshi ka, Lisa is thin. Please repeat.
Nick long ka, Lisa gansi ka.
Well done. In this case, long daigu, fat or chubby ka, goshi daigu, thin ka. Now let's have a look at the clothes. Please say, Nick yagulon kaseju. Nick's clothes are tight. Lisa yagulon walusechon. Lisa's clothes are loose. Please repeat.
Nick yagu lan kaseju. Lisa yagu lan hualusechon. So, Ojesh, lan daigu chuka. What does lan mean?
Lan daigu, clothes ka. Lan means clothes. Actually, we should also notice that there are two more words for clothes, wasa and na. The last one often used by Bhaktapur Newars. But for now, let's just use long. Also, kase means tight and walu means loose.
And what about ju?
Well, ju comes from the verb jui, to be or to become, and it is often used in construction with adjectives. For now, let's just learn the expression long kase zu. The clothes are tight, and we will talk about this verb another time. As I said earlier, sometimes different adjectives are used within different grammatical patterns. Like, for example, also the case of walusechon. We will explore these patterns at a later stage.
Okay, thank you, Ojesh. But can we do a quick recap of all these adjectives?
Sure. I'll show you some pictures, and each time I'll read the related adjectives. Please try to formulate the appropriate descriptive sentence. Here is the first picture. Bala, nice, and nu, new. Please tell me the sentences.
Okay. Tonche bala, tonche nuguka.
That's right. Now the second one. Bamla, ugly, and Pula, old.
Tonche bamala, tonche pulanguka.
Okay, the next one. Takka, big, and Tadza, tall.
Toche taka, toche taja.
That's right. And another one, chika, small, and chiza, short.
Toche, chika, toche, chija.
That's right. That's right. Now let's describe Mark and John using the adjectives tarika, tall, and chirika, short.
Mark, tarika, John, chirika.
Well done. Now let's look at these two pencils. And let's describe them using the adjectives tahaka, long, and chihaka, short.
To pencil, tahaka. To pencil, chihaka.
Well done. Now please look at Nick and Lisa and make sentences using the adjectives. Long, fat, kase, tight, gonshi, thin, and walu, loose.
Nick, lonka. Woyagula, kasejo. Lisa, gansika. Woyagula, hualusechon.
Well done, Mary. I think we're ready for a final recap now.
Sure.
At the beginning of this class, we learned a series of adjectives like bala, nice, beautiful, or good, and bamla, ugly or bad, nu, new, and pula, old, toka, big, and chika, small, tadza, tall, and chija, short for buildings, tarika, tall, and chirika, short for human beings. Tarika, tall, and chirika, short for humans. Tahaka, long, and chihaka, short. Long, fat, and gonshi, thin. Kashe, tight, and walu, loose.
And then we learned how to make descriptive sentences like Toche bala, Toche nuguka. This house is beautiful, this house is new. Using the structure subject plus adjective plus gu plus ka.
That's right, Mary. I think that's all for today, and this is our last class for the series.
Yes, this is the last episode. Would you believe it? I really hope that all of you guys have enjoyed our classes and that you got inspired by this series to learn a bit more about Newar language and culture.
Yes, we really hope you enjoyed our company and that we piqued your curiosity about Newar culture. But before we conclude, we would like to thank all our friends in Pasa, Puchah, Guthi, UK who supported this project in various ways, offering their help and shaping the content.
Yes, many thanks to Arjun Pradhan, Sushil Prajapati, Satya Prajapati, Sachetan Tuladar, Sanyukta Shrestha, Rita Devi Singh Dangol, Menka Shrestha, Sonia Shrestha, and many more. I would also like to thank all members of the SOAS Newar Language Nepal Bhasa Society, and in particular, many thanks to Marie and Julien. And also, I would like to express my deepest gratitude for Professor Lakshmi Nath Shrestha from Nepal for his generosity, his passion and dedication in teaching me Nepal Bhasa. He sadly passed away before seeing the completion of this course, and I thus wish to dedicate these lessons to his memory. As always, let's conclude by saying, Eko Subai.
You're welcome. See you again. Hananaplai.
Hananaplai. Bye.
Bye.